So today we're going to be working on this gorgeous Beauty and the Beast cake. Let's get started by covering all our tiers in fondant. This cake is going to consist of a 10-inch square cake, a 7-inch middle tier, and a 5-inch top tier. With these tools that you're going to see here, I'm going to create a quilted pattern on the very top cake. As you can see, I rolled that first tool around the cake that gives me all the little lines and squares, and I use that second tool to define each little square. Now we're going to cover our middle tier with the bright yellow fondant. Now we're going to cover the very first tier, which is a 10-inch squared cake. So what I'm trying to do here is basically create 2 books stacked on top of each other. So watch and follow how I'm going to create that using just one squared cake. So did you see what I just did there? So yep, I created 2 books stacked on top of each other with just one squared cake. So now, just to make it a little more realistic, I diluted some brown food coloring with some water, and I'm just kind of painting it kind of sort of like a vintage look on these vintage old books, how the pages look brown. That's kind of what I'm trying to create here. Now it's time to stack our cake. Now I need to create those ruffles, or it's kind of like draping around the cake, kind of to resemble Belle's dress. This one I find a little hard, but practice makes perfect. I'm not a perfect yet, but I will get there. And while I'm still trying to create all the draping around the middle tier, you shall see that I already added some of the details on the bookends, the names of the books, and a few little details that I will be painting in gold just a little down the video. With the following mold, I'm going to create all the little roses that are going to accent Belle's dress on the cake. Now these little roses are simply attached by adding a little bit of water behind the fondant and just sticking it to the fondant. That's pretty much the best way to adhere any fondant decorations to fondant. Now with that other blue mold that you see there right in the corner, I created some pearls. So it's like some pearl strings that I'm going to be painting gold and adding them as a outline between each tier. I'm going to color all the small lettering in gold and give it the final touches. For this part of the video, I'm going to be creating that big red rose. It's kind of a focal point on this cake. I didn't quite get to record it completely, so I will be posting a separate video on how to create, well, to me this is kind of the simplest way to create a fondant rose. In the process of making this cake, I did forget to record while I was making Cogsworth. But basically I made him out of brown fondant, gave him some little gold accents in his little clog arms and his eyes and his mouth. And now I'm adding a 15th because this cake is for a girl who is turning 15th and Beauty and the Beast is her favorite. So I'm adding a 15th. I did also add her name in the middle tier and just finishing it up with the final touches and accents. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.